I don't feel like I fit in well there. Like, I think it was more me than anything. I quit my job again. I didn't write anything out for this video. I kind of just want to talk about how I'm feeling, and hopefully I can piece this all together when I'm editing. When I found out we were going to move, I did a lot of research on where I wanted to work out here. You spend so much of your time at work, it can really impact your overall happiness. I did a lot of research, did all my interviews, and I felt really good about the decision that I made. I had no doubts really actually at all, and was very, very excited to get started. I have only worked at one hospital ever, so my sample size for what a good work life is like and what a hospital should be like is pretty small. But I thought I had a pretty good understanding of what things would be like going to a new hospital. I knew things would be different. So I started my new job 2 weeks ago. The first shift, I was like nervous. I knew it was going to be a lot, and I spent a lot of that shift shadowing. I had some concerns sort of throughout the shift. I had only been there for such a short amount of time that I knew every day I would feel more comfortable and everything. But things were very different than my last job. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. Things were just very, very different. So my first shift didn't go like great. I hadn't slept at all the day before. I didn't know if I was just overtired or what. I didn't have a good feeling when I left my first shift. You know, a good feeling after one day is really not enough to make any big decisions. When I came back from my next shift, I had a great mindset. I brought a good lunch. I brought coffee, tried to look cute, really get myself like in the right mindset. I was with somebody different. It was pretty easy. It went well, but still it was like in the back of my mind, there's that voice you have. I don't know, like your gut feeling that things weren't right, that this maybe wasn't a good fit for me. I have to think about how I want to word this kind of carefully because I don't want to say anything negative about where I had this experience. It's a totally different part of the country. Of course, things are going to be different. And I thought I was like ready for that. I even made a list during work, Googling like ways to feel welcomed at a new job, ways to fit in a new job. I was going to try to make a little video about it once I kind of got there. Clearly, things were not really going well. I think coming from the Midwest, a lot of times people are really friendly. Like, I know that's a stereotype a little bit, but I'm used to coming to work and wanting to make friends with people, learn everyone's name, because that's who I'm going to need in an emergency, is my coworkers. The priorities there were very different. It was just an incredibly different experience. So yes, I had my second shift, went a little bit better. I came back for my third shift. It was probably the worst shift I've ever worked in my life, anywhere ever. I was really upset by the end of it. I felt personally like unsupported and a little unsafe. I didn't feel good. And I remember I was changing in the locker room. There's like a mirror in there, and I kind of just caught my eye in the mirror and looked at myself and was like, you know this isn't going to work. Like in your stomach, deep down, this isn't going to work. And I was so disappointed because I wanted it to work and I wanted to just muscle through and be like, it's gonna get better. I'm gonna make friends. I'm gonna learn. But no matter how far I pulled away, like, okay, I can learn all the new equipment, because literally, physically, every single piece of equipment, every single thing was different. I went to start an IV and everything was different. Totally different. Like, how different can an IV start kit be? Very different. It's like you're watching your favorite movie in another language. It's like you know what's going on, but you have to keep stopping because you're like, wait, what? And the pump's there. You know, it's all different. I was already at this disadvantage. This is all small stuff. Like, this is not why I felt this way. You think you know what you're doing, but every 5 seconds when you go to do something, you run into a piece of equipment you don't know how to work. You need to be educated on it. Meanwhile, it's slammed and you're kind of being put on your own with a patient and you don't even know where anything is in the room. Very overwhelming. But like, I'll learn the equipment. The way they charted could not be more different. But I could learn that. But then you pull back. Like, the way they interact with the medical team is different. Okay, I can learn that. But then you take a step back. The way they labor a patient is completely different. Okay, I can adapt. I can adjust to that. Take a step back. I don't agree with the way they labor patients. Okay, well now we're kind of hitting a bigger problem. I don't agree with the interventions they're doing routinely. I'm feeling very uncomfortable with what I'm seeing. No matter how far I pulled back, all I was finding was more red flags in my eyes. I know I'm a new nurse. I know these things take time, but I kind of looked at myself and was like, do I want to learn? Do I want to completely change everything I know? Also, I was told kind of at the last minute I'd be orienting on full-time nights, which when moving here, that was like a big thing for me, was I was not doing full-time nights anymore. It just does not work with my family, with my physical health. I can't do full-time nights. And kind of at the last minute, I'm told, okay, for the next 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to be doing full-time nights. And then after those 3 shifts, I realized I'm going to need longer than 6 to 8 weeks to relearn literally everything I know. And it's going to have to all be on full-time nights. So I'm going to be on full-time nights for months and months until I figure out how to unlearn everything I've learned and relearn all of this new stuff. There was like no way this was going to work. And I drove home after that 3rd shift in complete silence, just thinking and racking my brain about what was I going to do. Like, I felt so upset and disappointed. Like, I thought I had did my research. I thought I knew what I was getting myself into. I hyped myself up. I talked to people that had traveled there, and I just was wrong. I was just wrong. It wasn't a good fit for me. I had like 4 or 5 days off, and I really thought about it, talked with Micah about it, because I just didn't want to disappoint anybody, even from the hospital. I didn't want to let them down. I wanted to go back and be like, it'll be fine, I'll just get through it. But the thought of going back and having another shift like that, like I couldn't. So I went in yesterday and resigned. It went really well. I think they understood. Gave them my badge back and I left. I know I didn't overreact. I know I couldn't get through another shift there, because when it's not going well 3 hours in, you still have 9 hours at least to go. That's the story. I think I'm taking a step away from labor and delivery. That experience was overwhelming, and it really left just like a horrible taste in my mouth for all of that. I am not going to be working as a labor and delivery nurse, at least for the time being. I still love my laboring moms. It's not anything against that. I don't think that here right now this is what I need to be doing. I think I need a break with everything being so high risk right now. I really need a break from labor and delivery, which I think is the best choice for me, because I don't want to force myself back into it when I'm feeling very burnt a little. Still want to make nursing videos and everything. I need a break from it. I had some interviews this week in a different specialty, something low risk, something day shift, more outpatient clinic style. It's going to be during the week. I'll be home every night. I don't have to get up super early. The pay is still really good. I'm so excited to not be tired all the time. I'm so excited to not be scared for 12 hours about a bad outcome. I don't know if it's forever. I really am not sure. I can't imagine never working with laboring moms again. I accepted a position as an aesthetic nurse. It's a whole new field. So much content that I can make. I think it's gonna go really well. So I'll be working somewhere that does Botox, fillers, tattoo removal, laser hair removal, different things like that. I think it'll be a great experience for me to try something new, to see what it's like not doing bedside or inpatient. Here there's a huge market for it, and I'm very lucky to have gotten an offer. I'm feeling good about it, and I will keep you guys updated throughout the whole thing. I hope this kind of can show you that if you're unhappy with what you're doing, do something else. Find something else. This is gonna be good for me and you. Better, for my mental health, and so that I can provide you with better content. Thank you guys for listening. I hope that I can show you a whole new side of nursing in a way that you'll enjoy, like I have with labor and delivery. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.